Okay, today Crystal is going to talk about mental health illness and how it happened to me and why I was diagnosed with it. At the time I was living in a women's refuge or a safe house, which means that you're escaping domestic violence. And it was a company called GDVSAP, Gloucester Domestic Violence Support Advocacy Project, up in Gloucestershire. And I was put in Western Road first of all. Then I was moved to Alexandra Road, which was a lovely, dilapidated, disgusting flat with snails crawling in the kitchen, holes in the ceiling, rips on the carpet, and it was a crooked house. When you went to bed, you slid down the bedroom floor. I remember it distinctly. But at Alexandra Road, I swallowed a substance which I thought was poison, or because they'd had insecticide on the floor before, you know, slug pellets, blue type mouse killer on the floor. I thought I'd been poisoned and swallowed something. So I had breathing difficulty for a long time afterwards, because it felt like half my throat had a hole in it. I'd swallowed it, something corrosive. I had white blisters on the back of my tongue, and my ex-husband saw it, big white blisters. I had to stay with him for 2 weeks because I couldn't breathe. And GDVSAP had sent the crisis team in to me, making out I was mentally ill when I swallowed some substance that had poisoned me. So I was wandering around saying, can someone look after my baby please, because I couldn't breathe or swallow. I'd been to the out-of-hours doctors who began to examine my breasts and gave me diazepam for mental health illness. So they finally decided, GDVSAP sent me to Denmark Road Day Centre, where a doctor and 5 other people came out to my flat and diagnosed me with puerperal psychosis. One of the females said it was the fear of the colour purple. I don't think so. I looked it up. It's baby blues. You get depression after having a baby. I had Anthony. I'd given birth to Anthony 3 months previously. My son, who's adopted and I can't see anymore. And they labelled me with this puerperal psychosis. But the crisis team were a mixed bunch really, a mixed bag. There was Elliot, a 6-foot man. There was Fungi, a coloured lady who kept kicking things. And there was a man with a black beanie hat who kept saying fuck. They weren't proper mental health workers. I smelt drugs in the back of one of their cars as they were taking me to an NHS centre, where I met Scooby-Doo the dog and Dr. Toby Moat, who I can't get hold of anymore because he's retired. So I've been labelled with mental health illness because I'm damn sure drugs are involved in all of this, hard drugs, heroin and crack, and a lot of other nasty things that came from my ex-partner in Camden in London. I have to live without my son because they're corrupt, they've conspired and they've taken him off me. I have been labelled with an illness that really doesn't exist. I mean, a fear of the colour of purple is certainly not a mental health condition. You might be afraid of it, but it doesn't mean it's making you mentally ill. They've conspired, they've faked social services badges, they've faked housing workers badges. They're a bunch of liars and crooks, and I hope they all die. Because being labelled mentally ill when you're not is not very nice, is it?